Hello, everyone. Happy Samhain. Happy Dia de los Muertos. This is the time to honor our ancestors, our friends, mentors who have passed on. Samhain welcomes another turning of the wheel of the year. It's also known as the Celtic New Year, so it could be a really good time to set some new intentions or maybe brush up on some old ones that you have you want to check in on. It's also a good time to let loose, right? We had Halloween, which is inspired by Samhain, and you can get out there, howl at the waxing moon, listen to Florence and the Machine's new album. I'm really into the, Scream song, Everybody Scream. It's also a time when they say the veil is thin. So if you're open to it, you can try to communicate with the spirits, or simply just light a candle, sit and honor all those who have passed, and practice some gratitude for your life and all that you have. This is also a really hard time for so many. Starting today, November 1st, like over 40 million plus people are losing their SNAP benefits. But what's been giving me hope is seeing all the different organizations coming together. Food banks are getting so many donations. I've also have seen so many cafes and restaurants locally here in Seattle, Portland, and pretty much like all over the place. Just open their doors and like providing free meals if they free meals, or taking donations to help. So I highly recommend you look up places in your community that are doing that and supporting them. I found a nonprofit near me called Hope Link I'm going to be donating to, as well as some other cafes in the area that I will be helping out. So there's so much that you can do right now. So I really hope that if you're able to, go out and lend a helping hand. All right, I have pulled 4 cards for this Samhain time. So let's get into it. Our first card is the Banshee, the Keening Woman, from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck. Now, the Banshee were women who help families to grieve by keening, which is a guttural, wailing, screaming, crying ritual of old Irish tradition. It's a tradition of mourning and honoring loved ones who have passed. They really gave others permission to feel and to express their grief. It was a sacred ritual done in community. Now, the Banshee is pretty poignant for this time, which is a time of honoring the dead. So think about, what have you not let yourself feel or grieve? The other day, I just had started crying, thinking about just everything happening in the world, and I really let myself feel it and cry. I didn't try to judge it. I didn't try to soothe myself. I just let it out. So I highly recommend, if you need and you're feeling like you need that release, you can always put on music that can help you to get to just a feeling point. I know for me that helps. But it's really important for us to do that. I know it can be hard, so please, get your community if you need it. Get someone to help if you need that. But really take some time to let yourself feel whatever it is that you're feeling right now. And of course, you can, tap into this energy of connecting with your ancestors and really letting yourself, even feel joy, right? And gratitude for all that they have taught you and all the amazing things that they did in their life. And let that be an inspiration for you for this time. Our second card is the beautiful, emotional Ace of Cups from the Smith Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Now, the aces in tarot represent beginnings, new project, new people, fresh start, right? Perfect for the Celtic New Year. The cups represents our subconscious and our emotional body. Now, the Ace of Cups, in a way, has similar themes as the Banshee, encouraging us to tap into our emotions without judgment. The Cups is here for you to hold all that you're feeling, so that you can really be able to let that go and have that fresh Ace of Cups start. Now, this can be calling in some new love, new creative projects. So really take time for yourself to journal about how you've been feeling lately. What do you need to do to express yourself, to tap into that creativity? Give yourself time to do that. And it could be simply just like finally cooking that recipe that you've been wanting to make, or going on that hike that you've had on your list. Like, start doing some new things that you haven't done yet. And really, again, don't shy away from your feelings, all the feelings, the spectrum of feelings. I know that right now it's easy to just numb out, and we're all, right? We all do it. But how can we, create some new rituals for ourselves to be able to let ourselves feel it? And again, be open to the beauty of this card, the freshness. There's the beautiful flowers here, right? We got the lotuses growing from the mud. All right. Ooh. Our third card is the Poet from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. Now, this archetype wants us to take time for deep reflection and honesty. It's giving me the Scorpio season, calling us into their deep water energy. But take some time. Do you have a favorite poet or one for your youth? Go back and read some of your favorites, or go to your local bookstore, library, and discover some new poetry, and really take in their words and reflect on how it makes you feel, how it's relating to your world. You can even write a reflection like poem yourself, or make a collage or artwork. Like, really take some time to tap into your inner poet. Kim Kranz writes about the poet being clairvoyant, tapping into your intuition. So even if you're just journaling, right? It doesn't have to be a poem, but just let yourself journal, meditate, tap into that intuition, into that deeper realm. The archetypes are all inspired by the work of Carl Jung, which is exploring kind of more of the unconscious parts of ourselves. So even if you're like, oh, I'm not a poet, don't write, like, try to find a way to tap into it, because this is such a powerful card for this time, such a beautiful card as well. So you can do it. Tap into that poet self. Put on a beret if that helps. Our fourth and final card is Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Now, the Broken Arrow wants us to let go of our defenses if we can. Has something been holding you back, blocking your peace, taking your peace? I know that it's difficult during this time in our world to not be on defense, be on alert, but try to let go of any of that unnecessary struggle that's just holding you, stopping you from doing what you need to do. Even if it's just about having that deep conversation with a friend, if it's around any conflict, facing maybe some of that conflict that you have in your life, just be able to move past this. Also, if you are feeling peaceful, if you are feeling like your cup is full, go out and help others right now. This is a great time to go and help people who are struggling, who need to find more peace during this time. I really like this as a button for this time to, have this, right, this Celtic New Year, this kind of fresh start, right? We had the Ace of Cups. I feel like these are going together. And again, we had the Banshee and the Poet, so really tapping into our feels, letting them out during this time. I hope the cards resonated with you. And if you are interested in a private reading with me, I'm doing a Scorpio season special until November 21st, where we can pull a mix of oracle, tarot cards, and do some embodiment afterwards with the different themes and archetypes that are coming up for you in your reading. And it's a special $50 an hour. 10% will go to Hope Link, which is a nonprofit serving the local communities in my area. All right, sending you all so much love during this time.